What if I told you that your age is probably not what is holding you back? Maybe you are in your 20s with students' loan, or in your 30s trying to support a family, or you are in your 40s and above thinking that you have missed your chance. This video is for you. The truth is this: you don't need rich parents, perfect timing, or luck to start building wealth. All you need is plan, discipline, and the timing for good decisions to compound over time. Today and in this video, I will show you a practical roadmap you can follow to start building wealth step by step. Welcome back to FinSpoke channel. If you are new here, my name is Juliet, and this channel is about helping everyday people understand money, trading, and wealth creation without the hype. This isn't a get rich quick video. It is about building wealth step by step. Before we dive in, I want you to memorize this. The goal is not to look wealthy. The goal is to be wealthy. Memorize this. Keep repeating it to yourself. Let's dive in. I'm going to show you 8 practical steps that you can follow to create wealth. The number 7 and number 8 is the most important. You need to hear it. And I also have a bonus tips for you in your wealth journey. Watch this video till the end. Step number 1, accept where you are. The biggest mistake people make is pretending. Pretense is a limiter. It will limit you, block opportunities for you. Some people pretend they are rich. Others pretend they are not in debt. Some avoid looking at their bank statements. And that bank statement is actually a mirror that reflects your income and expenses. The truth is this: you cannot improve what you don't measure. I want you to do this quickly. Get a pen, a diary. If you do not have a diary, get an exercise book. If you don't have diary or exercise book, then you can use your notepad, provided you are going to be committed in this exercise. Now, inside that your diary or exercise book or your notepad, what you are going to write is your monthly income. You write your monthly income. Next, you write your monthly expenses. You write your monthly expenses. Next, you write your debt. If you are owing anybody, no matter how little, write the debt. Next, you are going to write your savings. When you write your savings, you also write your investment. That's what you are going to write. It's a practical exercise. After captioning this, sit down and write them one after the other. All your income, every money that you receive in the month, write them under your monthly income and the total them. Every 1 naira, every dollar you spend as your expenses, no matter how little, including the sweet, grocery, and all, write them down as your expenses. Then, if you are owing anybody, no matter how little, write it under the debt column. The savings, if you have savings, put it down. Investments, put them down. When you are done writing all of this, there is going to be a kind of mindset shift when you are doing this. Either an idea pops in, or you start having some positive thoughts that will actually help you to start. Now, you can lie to everybody, but you cannot lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth when writing these things down. It is you and your life that you want to help, except you are not yet tired in that struggle or that level. Don't guess it. Once it has to do with finance, it has to do with debt, they respect numbers. So use real numbers, don't guess any number. Don't assume anything. In this aspect of life, we don't assume. Write it the way they are and sit down to look at it. Now, if you do not have savings yet, don't bother yourself. Don't sit down and start regretting. If you do not have investment yet, that is fine, that is beautiful. That's why you are watching this video. Just put dash on that column, put dash on that column. This is your starting point. You start from here. So what you are going to do is to focus on how to do things better. When you sit down to write down all of these things, you will discover where you need to cut down some certain things, where you need to adjust. That's the essence of doing this. And when you discover where you need to adjust, you will definitely channel that money appropriately. Draw a budget based on your income. Be committed to that budget. It's not going to be easy the first month, second month, and even the third month, but you will definitely adjust. Be very intentional. Be committed when doing this. I tell you, within 6 months, you will see the difference. This is your starting point. Start from here. Wealth building requires discipline and the patience. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and be committed to what you are doing. Most importantly, be very intentional. Step 2, spend less than you earn. It sounds simple, right? It is very hard in practice or in reality. And that is where a lot of people struggle. Some people say that they earn mega salary. I tell you, if you learn how to manage money and how money works, there's nothing like mega salary. Let's look at this illustration. Precious earns 300,000 naira every month and she spends 320,000 naira. Cynthia earns 150,000 naira every month and she spends 120,000 naira every month. When you spend more than you earn, you are automatically borrowing from the next income. That's what it means. That is you eating your tomorrow today. Now, this illustration between Precious and the Cynthia, who do you think that is very close to building wealth? I will leave you to drop the answer in the comment. These things are very simple, but these are how we get into struggle financially. Most people think that income creates wealth, but that's a wrong narrative. I just give you an illustration now. In reality, your gap between your income and your expenses is what helps you to save and invest. And that is how we build wealth. The less you spend from your total income, the more room or the more chances you have to save and to invest. If you spend lesser than you earn, you will have enough to invest and also to save. If you spend bigger than you earn, you will not have anything left to save or even to invest. So take note of this. That's step number 2. Step 3, build an emergency fund. What is emergency fund? It simply means money you set aside in case of unexpected expenses so that you will not go and borrow or sell off your investments. Things like medical bills, car repairs, job loss, and so on. These are emergencies. Most of these things, they don't give you signal or they don't, give you notice or before they arise. Without savings, every emergency becomes a crisis. Aim at building an emergency fund that can cover your several months of expenses, like essential needs for several months. And if this is too big for you to do, you can start with a smaller milestone, but be very consistent in it. You can be doing it weekly or monthly, depending on how you make your money. Be intentional and be consistent. Step number 4, increase your income. You can only cut down your expenses and to a certain limit, which is not really the solution. To build wealth faster, focus on increasing your income. One source of income is not enough. Learn valuable skills like accounting, video editing, freelancing, programming, writing, sales. There are a lot of skills that you can learn, and you can start them as a side hustle to add to what you are doing currently. When you start doing this, you will see that you have created an avenue where extra money is coming to you instead of depending only on what you make from your main job. You can build a business and sell digital products, get a side hustle, learn a skill in order to increase your income. The more value you create, the more income you earn. Step number 5, invest in assets. What is assets? Assets are those things that put money in your pocket. That's the simplest explanation of it. There's a big difference between buying things and buying an asset. There are things we have in our possession that we think they are actually an asset, but the truth is that in reality, they are not assets. For instance, buying phone, buying cars, these things are good. We need them for convenience for our day-to-day running of business. But the truth is that they do not make money for us. They remove money from us. The money you use to subscribe the phone, to buy data and all, the one you use to buy fuel, to fuel the vehicle and all of those things, maintenance, these ones take money away from us. So they are not really what we need in order to increase our income when we talk of investment. So buy real assets. An investment has the potential to increase over time when we talk of something like stock, or to give you income, like bring in money. I also want you to understand that every investment has an inherent risk. There is always a risk attached to that investment. So understand the one that you are going into. You can invest in stocks, bonds, rental properties, business, digital products. You can build a skill that increases your earning. All these things are assets. Using your money to learn a skill is an asset because you are the one acquiring more knowledge in order to increase your income. When you are investing, do not invest money that you need within the shortest period of time. And always invest money that you can afford to lose in case the investment perform poorly. Step number 6, avoid lifestyle inflation. Most people go for life upgrade as soon as their pay rises. Your salary increase shouldn't be your expenses increase. If you choose that lifestyle, that is an expressway or ticket to financial struggle, and you can't build wealth with that kind of lifestyle. What then do you do? When your pay rises, increase your savings and investment first. Pay yourself as well before you talk of upgrading your lifestyle. Upgrade is good, but do the first thing first. These ones are the ones that matters. Salary increase plus expenses increase equal capital broke. So avoid lifestyle upgrade as soon as your pay rises. Step number 7, let time work for you. Time is the greatest ally in wealth building. Many people underestimate what consistency can do. Until you try it, you will know the power of consistency. Imagine investing a reasonable amount of money every week or every month over a good number of years instead of trying to get rich overnight. Hear this: wealth is often built quietly through consistent habit, not from dramatic wins. Step 8, protect your wealth. Wealth building is half of the journey. Protecting the wealth is as important as building that wealth. Have you seen people that have risen to a certain level? At some point, they fall. Most of them, if you look at their stories, a lot happens to their investments. That's why you need to protect your investment. How do you do this? Avoid unnecessary debts. Don't borrow money to buy things that lose value, like luxury items, impulse purchases, taking loan to go for vacation. Avoid scam. If that investment promises you huge return or sounds too good to be true, be cautious or avoid it. Avoid getting into investments that you do not understand. If you don't understand how that particular investment works, avoid committing your money or parting with your resources. Don't risk money that you cannot afford to lose. Don't invest money that will affect your essential needs. Only invest a certain percentage of your income that you can afford to lose in case the investment perform poorly. Note this: wealth is built by making smart decisions and protected by avoiding costly mistakes. If you are starting in your 20s to build wealth, you have one major advantage, and that is time. So use it wisely. Learn, save, invest consistently, and avoid costly mistakes or bad debts. If you're starting in your 30s, focus on increasing your income, reducing debt, investing consistently, and protecting your family financially. If you are starting in your 40s and above, don't waste time comparing yourself to people who started earlier or sit down in regrets all day. Concentrate on boosting your income, cutting down on unnecessary expenses, and saving consistently. Invest in a plan that matches your goals and your risk tolerance. So, from wherever you are right now, it is never too late for you to start. Start from where you are. You can build wealth. Over time, I have learned that wealthy people did not just become wealthy because of one lucky break. They build habits, keep learning, spend less than they earn, invest consistently, and stay patient, waiting for the wealth to grow. From wherever you are standing right now, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to take that bold step and begin. If you have watched this video to this point, congratulations to you and welcome to the Wealth Club. I hope you are going to try these things that I dished out here. If you really gain clarity in this video, subscribe, hit the like button, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified Every week, I share money and wealth lessons and trading lessons. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment. I will respond to it. If you have suggestions, drop it in the comment. I will listen to you. And if you have any topic that you want me to cover in finance, money, wealth creation, or in trading, drop same in the comment. I will sit down to read every comment. If you have one thing to improve this month, from now that you've seen this video, what is that thing that you want to improve financially? Drop it in the comment. Let's share ideas.